Cleveland Browns.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready for another installment of the NFL International Series. We are underway from North London. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
At the 33-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 18 Pioneer. Go.
Sanders to throw. Got a man. It's Robbie Chosen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a 1st down on this opening drive.
On 1st down, here's Jenkins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 47-yard line.
Ready? 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
To throw now, here's Sanders. And a ball caught, it's Chosen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Robbie Chosen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Vikings nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And his throw is going to be incomplete. You look at this pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
And this one too low.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hope it didn't come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, Panther 11, Panther.
Throwing is McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they're down to the 29-yard line. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
2nd down and 8. Again, it's Jones. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
1st down, Minnesota.
Out out of the shotgun. It's Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Viking 18.
Here's McCarthy. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll just get rid of it.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now McCarthy. He'll try and do this himself. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. His first sack of the game.
Will Reichard on for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. They still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Browns drive about to get started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On the handoff, this is Jenkins. And he'll get this out to about the 38-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. This unit, 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
From the shotgun, Sanders. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
An inside run with Jenkins. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Browns at a disappointing 0-4 through the first month of the year. Yeah, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw. When they went through a 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations, ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Jenkins is in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
A little old school I.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Vikings 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
Here we go, sack. 60 by 6.
Looking to throw McCarthy. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A gain there.
So often we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. This one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. McCarthy operating from the gun. Now he's going to step up and run. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
And his throw is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10. To the air with McCarthy. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st.
Let's go.
Now Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Aaron Jones with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
Makes the score Browns 14, Vikings 10. Will Riker to kick off for the Vikings.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well,
this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Sanders. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. DJ Chuck, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Ryland for the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Browns 21, Vikings 10.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Back to throw. McCarthy. The left side completion to Jones. Touchdown, Vikings. Aaron Jones. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Vikings are back within a score. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Browns drive about to get started. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Come on. 18, 70, Timberwolves.
From the gun, it's Shador. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. Has already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And this one into the hands of DJ Sharp. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Viking, 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks.
To throw is Sanders. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
A 53-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
That's down the field for Jefferson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
The Browns take over first and 10 at the 50-yard line.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. That one complete. He finds Sharp. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Cut 19, cut, ready.
Now Sanders. Now he's going to step up and run. And he slides to avoid the hit. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Browns first down.
50, 50.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Here's Sanders. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now a second and 10.
Come on. Ready.
Throwing, Sanders. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Jeudy in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. Ryland on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Browns 31, Vikings 17.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And running with power here. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were in this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. Shoves him aside. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Browns will take over first and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Seven Pirates. Let's go now. Steady.
Now Sanders throwing to start the drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
From the gun, it's Sanders. Over the middle, ball in by Sharp. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10, down at the 31.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Panther 11, Panther 11. Let's go.
To throw again, here's Sanders. They'll swing this out to Jenkins. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack.
And they visited the end zone frequently in this one, and obviously they wanted another one. But give credit to the defense there. They may not make the comeback, but pride showed. Good sack on that play.
They'll try and do this himself. And not enough on the throw that time, as that one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The Browns send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better... Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. He's on his way. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. On play action, here's Shadur. Rush coming, and he's taken down. 10 yards on first and goal, so now it's second down.
19, 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Trap 60, trap, top low 18.
Out of the gun here, Sanders. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
On third down, here's Judkins. Calling no gain on the play, so no help there. And now fourth and goal. Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Vikings.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30.
And the Vikings first down.
Sticking with the pass, here's McCarthy. Now he'll tuck this and run. Well, took a real chance with that one, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, What have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. He's got his target. That's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Go!
Back to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Lewis. And the Browns are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready up!
The Browns drive about to get started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Until about the 23.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Returning it is Moore. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, first and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They're probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Second and a couple.
Brings up second and 2.
McCarthy off the play fake. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
2 yards to go.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He'll try to pick it up himself. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars that this ball was overthrown.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, McCarthy. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try to throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Now McCarthy. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. And it's still a decent amount of time left during the 4th quarter, Charles. But you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Gain of 8. And the Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. Play action. It's Sanders. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready.
Jenkins going to run it out of the gun. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Vikings are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll go again to Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Up the middle, Jones. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Here we go,
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. Complete. Jefferson the target. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the pistol to give to Jones. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. McCarthy operating from the gun. And my goodness, another interception. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's caught by Chosen. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts.
A gain of 4.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
60 Bison, 60. Ready,
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. From the gun, it's Shador. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and the lead will stay put at 17.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory.